G'day everyone, welcome to our post-Christmas stream for Aukrug Homfeld. It's our first visit here, so glad to have you along. We're just loading into the map. I've only got a handful of mods in addition to the base game setup. So we're starting in farm manager mode. I've done a couple of things, so probably the best thing to do, this is where you begin. I have purchased just a couple of, let's just have a quick look at the mini map. I think it's a pretty attractive looking map. One of the reasons that I picked it was that it's a good mix. The fields look realistic and normal. G'day Peter, welcome along. I am very well. I hope you are well also and having a pleasant festive season, holiday season. The map looked pretty good, I thought. A smattering of things, sort of a villagey feel down the bottom here. And then some good variation in field sizes. So what I went ahead and did was I purchased this. What have I done here? I've purchased this here and a little farm area over here. Sorry, this area here was the area I grabbed. The area up here just to the north of field 21's actually turns out to be the BGA. So I've bought the land there because I was just trying to figure out what it is. And then I've decided that this little field here, there's a couple of sheds which we'll have a look at in a minute, will do fine. The starter farm is here. And on farm manager mode, you don't get, you keep the equipment, but obviously you don't get the fields down there. And I'm thinking if we're brave, we'll certainly buy this field. And what else is on the overview here? I thought we might tackle some sugar beet harvest. I've got a sneaking suspicion this one on field 42 is too big, but maybe the one on field 25 has kind of got an interesting shape through it. So let's, don't know why they had to change the numbers, but that's the way it works. So we've got a couple of fields to get us going. We start, as I said, just here outside a row of houses. There's plenty of shaded spots on the trees, on the streets. There's a couple of places here, so you could very easily start out in one of these buildings and just put down a sleep trigger and away you go. It's a nice little village to wander through. Plenty of feeling atmosphere, I guess you'd call it, in the surrounding area. So that's the main, what I guess is the main farm on the map. There's plenty of wind turbines scattered around. But for the minute, let's just duck across. So that's one of the pieces of starting equipment. We'll just sort of scroll through it. This is the main farm, which I've pretty much left this stuff in place. I'm not planning on using it, and you can see the main yard here. There's a couple of big sheds. Also over the road there, another building and sheds. So plenty of options for where you start and how you set up. Big clamp there and some pretty weedy wheat ready to harvest. But what we might do is try and find an equipment. There we go. I bought a couple of trailers. I thought if we're... G'day, Mark. How are you, sir? How is France? Oops, I just hit the wrong button. No, I didn't. What I was trying to fix was my steering wheel, which should now be working properly. There we go. So the plan is just to get a little bit set up and then potentially to buy a few different pieces of equipment to enable us to do the sugar beet harvest. So we'll probably have to roll forward a couple of months. Now, what'll be interesting, these roads are pretty narrow. So one of the things I always like to know is, can I at least get equipment? This is where the store is, down here. Oh, sorry. No, there's two shop icons. How about that? Oh, that's the workshop. There's a the vehicle shop's over here, and we've bought this yard in here. So let's just do a blind test and see if we can get from... Just go to... Can you get into our yard? Let's find out. Nope. Okay, let's try. Target. What about that little road across there? Nope. Okay, let's get out of here. We can do one thing. Well, I have to say, after a pretty wet and miserable winter and spring here down under, the last couple of days have been sensational. Christmas Day was just delightful, and today was the same, but probably sort of 3 or 4 degrees warmer. So definitely not wet. Sunshine is out, and tomorrow's going to be 37 or 38 degrees, so a good day to be sitting by the pool, I think. And we had a good family event here yesterday, plenty of people in, as you can see. So one of the reasons I picked this map, sorry to digress, is it's kind of got a really nice feel to it. It seems to be well done. But having turned that, let's see what auto drive inherited. So despite the notes saying that the AI is set up, you can see that there's no AI splines in the vicinity, established in the vicinity of the shop. So that would be the first observation, is it's incomplete. It's not a bad thing. It means you've got to do it yourself, but it does mean, yeah, okay, so there's an AI spline, a main sort of spline, but in terms of getting stuff to move from the store to anywhere on the map, you're going to be doing it yourself. So that's good to know. Let's now we want to go to the right out of here. G'day, Pleasant View Farms. Welcome along, sir. For the others with us that don't know, Pleasant View Farms is very kindly providing the Alice Chalmers tractor and the Gleaner harvester headers that I'm using on Silver Run Forest Farm. Whoops, I wanted to go down that little track there. And in fact, earlier in the day, I recorded this the next episode. Gosh, getting around that corner is going to be tricky. Okay, there's a collision on that hedge. Let's drive through here. So hopefully tomorrow, if I get a chance to edit it, the barley harvest will get done. I am very well. I hope everybody's family enjoyed the festivities that are often associated with this time of year. So where are we now? So this is the area that I've purchased as a yard. So as you can see, there's a couple of clamps and a couple of outbuildings, sheds. I'm not quite sure how we're supposed to get in. So I noticed that, yeah, there is a tight turn up there, but I'd probably be inclined. The other thing I looked at very briefly was I think I can make some gateways if I don't like. Can I take these? Yep. So most of the objects are removable by the looks. So if these, I can imagine these light poles being in the way. So we can get rid of those. And we can also think some of these fences, maybe not this one. The fences on the other side were, so maybe I just don't own that one. So I made an opening over there because it struck me that whilst it looked really attractive, this map is set in Aukrug in Germany. So as you can see, yeah, so I can get rid of that fence post. Why can't I get rid of these ones? And the clamps can go, but I can't get rid of the ones at this end because some of these fields are really tightly done up to the edge, and in terms of getting equipment in and moving around, I mean, okay, it's a small equipment map, but there are plenty of places where you'd look at, you say, well, if I'm going to keep equipment in this shed, I'd like to be able to get out into my field. So how can I pick that up? So that's really interesting. I wonder which land the fences, some of the fences probably are on the adjoining paddocks. So anyway, let's see if we can get a trailer this size around the corner there. But it looks really pretty. Somebody spent a lot of time. Whoa, there's some nasty collisions on that fence. Yep, this is going to be an issue. So it's a very small equipment map. I can't even bring triaxle trailer around there, so we're going to leave him for the minute. Let's decide on our sugar beet harvest platform. I figure we'll start on a smaller one, and I haven't actually used this Homer before, so I thought that would be an interesting choice. Which one's the Giants? That's the Giants one, isn't it? So, are there preferences? that anybody would like to see. It's a good opportunity to give a few things a bit of a go. I think we might start with this guy just to see what it's like. So we're going to just lease it for the purposes of the exercise, so we don't spend all day loading money in. And oops, the field that we're going to tackle, we're going to have to put a mat down, I think, because I haven't been able to find a sleep trigger on farm manager mode. Whoop. Where are we here? Or at least I haven't bought a building that gives me one, so there's the... So the fields we've bought, just if you missed it before, are these sugar beet fields that are around our little property here, and this is the BGA, which I bought accidentally. While I'm showing it, you can buy the verges if you can come up with $10.5 million bucks. So it's kind of one of those maps, and I suspect some of those fences I was just trying to deal with attached to that area. So that'll be one of those things. There's lots of variability as long as you're within land that you own. Now, going back. So field 30, can I... Let's put... What have I got here? Let's put a platinum expansion vehicle down. Can it's just going to be in the way there. Everything's really tight. That would be my first observation. So with that in mind, let's roll the clock forward. Doesn't look too ridiculous. A day or two. Okay. How far forward do we need to go for sugar beet? Sugar beet's next month. So let's go another one. Of course it's raining. There were some interesting instructions in the map. So when I first came into the map, it was really dark in the shade. And the instructions in the blurb said to go to the shop, buy a tractor and change the tyre configuration. And then that would fix it. And it certainly seemed to make a difference. So it was a very bizarre, to me, instruction, but nonetheless, that's what it required. Let's just see here. If we got harvesting, sunflowers, sorghum, and cotton. Okay, we don't want to do any of those, and they're disappearing quickly. Full range of contracts, as you can see. So plenty of those options, and because of the varying field sizes, pretty wide variation Let's go now to the shop though and see if we can grab this guy and figure out how to get him out of here and down to our sugar beet field. Now, I'm already thinking this is a really tight corner. Four wheels. That's only rear wheel still. This feels remarkably responsive, which is interesting in its... Oh man, collisions on all of these signposts. Can already see there are aspects of this map that would do my head in. Especially driving a piece of kit like this. It took me a whole 10 seconds to get it stuck. There we go. And given one of the sugar beet fields is going to require the very largest equipment, that's kind of a... It's disappointing when the map makers don't try even their most basic activities on their map. Because somebody spent so much time making this look really nice, but it's very difficult to play. Just trying to get to this field is tricky. Is that the line I want? How do I get over there? I might have to walk it to find out. That looks like a grass field. Where is the entrance to field 30? It is up this way. Yeah, this gear. Getting that round there is going to be challenging. So let's try, if I buy plan B, if I purchase field, these three fields, 117,000, so the field prices aren't hideous. Buy that one and buy that one. Now can I deal with those fences? Which ones do I want? I want to go down there. I'm guessing that verge I'm not going to be able to get rid of. Oh no. So buying that gave me the ability to take out the fences, which is good. Because now I stand some chance of actually being able to get round the corners. So that's not so bad. It's a shame you've got to... It's just a little... I can see I can't buy that one by the looks, can I? How are you guys finding the lighting? Is that really dark? Looks really dark to me. I think taking all of that fence out would be a good move. Can't see anything positive about that fence along there. And somewhere in there is another couple of sections. We'll leave that light pole there is fine. Okay, now we've got a chance of getting the harvest around the corner. I did manage to get one off there. Let's back up. It is quite dimly lit. I mean, when you look, when the sun's in effect, it's just the effects in the shade. So the shading, I can't remember the term for it that they're using. The backlighting is not the contrast is set too high, would be my guess. The lighting looks really attractive. I like the colours, it's just dark. Now, so we've got round here, we can get round here, well, thought of. Any large piece of equipment is going to struggle. Let's unfold this guy. I feel like he's already too large for this little field, but that's okay. So what's happening here? Turn off loading vehicle, right? Lift loading vehicle, fold loading vehicle. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I've got to... so this has got no storage at all. I did not realise that. In that case, this is almost impossible to use on this field, so it's just a poor it's a poor equipment choice on my part. Because I need something with a hopper. There's no way I can work here with a follow vehicle. Let's make life a little easier. Come on. There we go. Review and... Right. So I might just park you to the side because you might be useful for the other field. Let's go back to the store. So, which of you guys have you got? You have a hopper, right? But you need a header. Okay, so let's try you out. And your header is, how wide is that? 5.4 meters. We'll lease it. And what we're going to do, so we don't spend all night navigating the side roads of this map. Okay, there's the next problem, is the equipment spawns in the yard in a way that you can't get to it. Have I not got... I might not have lumberjack on. Wood cutting. Super strength is... Why can't I enable that? How annoying. Post-Christmas annoyances. Let's see if we can force our way in here. Don't try this at home with brand new equipment, folks. Then we want to go to there. Hopefully. Pretty good guess. Okay. After much messing around, let's give... Let's see if we can get some sugar beet off here. But Peter, did you have a quiet day for Christmas, or were there family activities keeping you busy? What's happening here? Is that not ready to harvest? Surely it is. No, it's not ready to harvest after all that. So what we'll do, we'll grab a ute. Oh, actually, no, we won't. We'll, because I wanted to do that later. Let's roll forward a day. Amongst our guests yesterday, my daughter and her partner brought their 1-year-old Doberman. Her name's Stella. Thankfully, she got on very well with our Kelpie. That she is a real ball of energy. Now, are these ready to... That's a bit better. So yeah, she was kept everybody entertained yesterday. She's been working really hard on her training, which is lovely. But she's like all large 1-year-old puppies. She's goes at everything at 1,000,000 miles an hour until she runs out of steam and just sort of drops. So that kept everybody on their toes, and I think our Kelpie was quite intrigued. But by the end of it, they were playing very nicely together, so it was good fun. This really is dark. I mean, okay, it's 7 o'clock in the morning in November, I get that, but let's speed up time a little and see if we can make this a bit more visually interesting. So what I'm trying to do with these little streams on new maps is just have a look at them and attempt to play them just like I would if I was starting out. So rather than as a conventional map tour where I try and just show what all of the features of the map are, I want to look at some of the features, but I also want to do what we've just been doing, which is, well, how practical is it to get a piece of equipment in here to do the first sugar beet harvest if you've bought this field and started out small? And, you know, if you're in this yard, you know, would you have bought all the extra fields just so that you could take the fences out to get access? So they're things that can often be a frustration on a new map if you don't know. Speeding the time up, not enough to have any effect on, you know, things like having a look at where the auto drive splines are. So now we know that, okay, you're pretty much doing everything from scratch, and given how tight the lanes are and all the collisions, getting auto drive working on here will take quite some effort, because you'll have to tune it to the specific equipment that you're using. What am I going to do? I want to square this off, I think. Welcome along, whoever's just popped in. I am trying to make it lighter so that you can see a little bit better. The time is kicking on. It is only morning and we're doing this sugar beet harvest here on Aukrug, Homfeld. Glad to have you along. At least now we should be able to get the trailer in here to pick this up. I think what we'll do there's no animal pens on this yard that I've bought, so I'm inclined to take at least one of those clamps out and put some root storage down. I do like to try and play how the map maker's intended, but on this particular start that we've chosen might be a bit tricky. The verges of this field are pretty handy, so you could certainly expand it out if you wanted to. G'day Argsy, how's things? Welcome along. We had a wonderful day here. We're just having a bit of a look at Aukrug Homfeld. I hope you and your family had a pleasant time. Are you traveling or are you just generally on vacation? Yeah, the light is really challenging. Whoops, we're full. There we go. So plenty of these willow trees. They look really pretty. As you can, right, dump that fence. Let's see if we can get a trailer down here and empty us out. Ah, very good. I'm sure everybody's having a wonderful time. So what was your impression, Mark? Was the issue that I tipped you to in the Giants forum, do you think that's... what do you think the cause of that is? I doubt very much that it's a bug with your code, just based on the fact that I'm seeing a whole bunch of those mouse event lure errors, but not on a regular basis. Like, they just pop up every now and again, and so given that I run your mod in all my save games, I just can't imagine how it could be your mod that's actually the cause. And what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to empty that thing, aren't I? It's the hose pallet. There's no... okay. Well, so generally speaking then, so any... because I don't have pumps and hoses, so it can't be causing the problem for me. However, if any other mod introduces data with a 0 fill level, is that what would be causing the problem? Then pumps and hoses, hose fellows, no fill unit data, but the fill unit field is not null. Okay. And so I guess my question should be, is that definition a base game definition even if you don't have the mod? Because I've got 2 saves at the moment which won't save properly. The game doesn't exit properly. And it's been happening since the patch, and I can't for the life of me figure out what the cause of it is, but something like it. So it's a stack issue, but it's only happening on 2 saves, and I'm playing on, for one reason or another, on about 6. So there's certainly some really odd bugs happening around the place. Now, to get into this yard is fiddly. Where are we going to dump these? Gotcha. I as I said, I don't have any information that suggests there was an issue with stock check. It was more the mouse event errors. I seem to have a smattering of those, but for different causes. It's just, now, which one of these are we going to get rid of? If we take... You're clear on that side. Let's take you out. So you can modify some of the fields here. Some of the buildings. What am I going to do here? Because I'm going to have to take both of them out, I think. Because I want to put down... We're in here, some root crop storage. And I'll need access to both ends of that, don't I? So let's whack you over there. Now I need to get rid of that hedge or I'll never be able to get into this field. Demolish. So we're at midday now. And the lighting is definitely challenged on this map, I'd say. Which is a shame. Because that's awfully dark. Is there a way, anyone in chat, that I can amp up the lighting without exiting and messing with the map? I've not used EasyDev in that sort of way, so if there's a way to do it, feel free to give me a clue. What I'm trying to do is demolish that. Where are you? God, it's hard to see. That's the one I want. Hello. There we go. So at least you can demolish the hedges. If you can find them to select them, that'll do. In the corner. What am I stuck on now? There we go. It's better. We'll get round the corner. We should be able to drop you in there. Looks like I've already collected an awful lot. There we go. Oh, well, we got some off the fields. So while you're unloading, let's go back. And do this. I'll get down. Goodness me. Thank you. Pull you in for the minute. Let's see if we can whip these off here. Bit of a muddy affair, I think. So once we create some space, this works well. And for those that are with us that haven't seen the time-saving stock check, this is the mod. It gives you a nice little summary of what the item you're holding. So in this particular case, we've only just got some sugar beets sitting in our silo. what its current price is, what its max price is, and when the max month will be, so, and where to sell it. So really useful tool, particularly as your farm develops and you get a whole bunch of things. And rather than I used to do it in a spreadsheet, try and keep track of what maxed where. But of course some makers quite reasonably play with the economics, and so that summary screen just tells you key bits of information about the stuff that you need to know based on the choices that you're making as a farmer. So I find it very useful. Okay, this is whipping this off here pretty quickly. Of course, the next field we've got to do is quite a bit bigger, so hopefully we'll be able to set up a little bit of automation to help us. Might have a go at trying to do an auto unload. No worries, Mark, you've done a good job. I try to... You never know who is A, watching now, or B, might pick it up at some point in the future and just see that quick bit. So whether it's in the live streams on the videos, if there's something you can just quickly illustrate, sometimes that's all the prompts people need to give it a whirl themselves. I know I've lost count of the number of things that I've seen an ARGSI or an FSG or a Mr. Sealy P do that I thought, oh, I never knew you could do that. So in many respects, I'm just trying to return the favour. Let's square off the top there. Appeal to the people that are offended by my lack of square corners. Right click when painting grass in landscaping and it deletes instead of adds. So if we go into landscape mode and we were painting grass. Oh, right. Yes. Left puts it down and right takes it out. Yep. Cool. Even if you can't see it from a distance here. Yes, I think I found out about that phone. I don't think I was using it. It works for a whole bunch of different things because I dropped the PlayStation controller on my mouse with the landscape screen open, and it landed on the right key and deleted this stripe across my map as the mouse fell off the ledge that I have it sitting on. So one of those you learn the hard way sort of things. And now that we've moved on a little bit, I'm going to have to give vineyards a go again with the couple, well, the mods that came out in the last couple of days, I want to sort of compare and contrast those, because I quite like doing vineyards up the hillside, and I've got quite a bit more horseplay and auto drive knowledge now, so I should be able to make all of that work. So we might give that a bit of a whirl on Newlands in a couple of weeks' time, once we've got the Maize Plus side of things completely under control. Now we're going 86. We're going to get all this in the tank. I don't know that we will. What I am liking is that GTX mod, very simple, with the spade and the backpack for planting trees. It's like, so much simpler than messing with a piece of equipment. You just want to put a few trees down and just whack, 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 in they go. And it means you can have a whole rack of all the different varieties in your shed and just put in the ones that you want to see. Full. I don't think I've got that on here. Let's have a look. It'll be in my tools if it's here. No, is it there? No, it is not. Oh, while I was there, sorry, I'm skipping all over the place here. There are a number of mandatory or prerequisite mods for this map that it downloads for you. So if we go to buildings, they're mainly decoration. So the old brick building pack, composite machine pack, machine sheds pack, crop storage, the Dutch shed pack, and the old farm package, I think, are the ones, along with precision farming. And what did it have? The workshop, Lancy Boys workshops, our shed pack. There's a couple of them, so it doesn't make you do any work. The map script's organized to pull them all in for you, so makes it easy. Right, we need to drive straight through the fence. Did you not put all that in there? Why would you not do that? There we go. Can I get through that little break in the fence that I made? Yep. Nope. Hung up on the fence collision. Good stuff. And if I could drive in a straight line, I'd be dangerous. Let's try that again. I still not get it. Oh, there we go. Amazing the difference it makes, how much hotter it is under the lights here when it's actually much warmer outside. No worries, Argsy. Thanks very much for dropping by. I appreciate it. Have a great holiday with your family. And Happy New Year. That's our next milestone. Spin this around here. Cheers. Okay, we've almost finished this one. How are you going out there, Peter? Have you dozed off? I'll put you to sleep yet? Seeing as it's raining, we might grab a vehicle and just do a quick look around the map, check out what the other farmyard locations are. So let's turn that off. What vehicle will we use? Let's grab something. We've got a bit of cash there. Let's grab one of these. And we'll will the rain to go away. We don't need any attachers. Good. Back. Rightio. So, checking out the mini-map. Oh, that's a bit big. Let's go with that size. So we're down, we're over here in the shop. So we've been coming out this way and then down this track. There's two big fields off the top there. We might just run round to the sawmill. So that's going to be a left, and a left. Out the gate here. And very easy if you wanted to start in like a contract mode in one of these houses. It'd be really well set up for that. I can turn off the splines. So left and left again. That's a busy road. We'll head up. Here, and the sawmill is up this road here. See, all this is beautifully done. The landscaping's fabulous. Bit of a funny sort of bump there at the edge. And this will be the sawmill off to the side here. Nicely knitted in. The edge of the map's really well masked. So you know it's out there, but it's the landscape just sort of extends over. It's our sawmill. know if anything else will pop up if we purchase it. Where are the triggers? Let's have a look here. Turn the triggers on for a second. Around this side. Easy enough to get to. Good access with larger vehicles to this area. Oh, that's just a sell point. I can't actually buy the sawmill. Okay. Good to know. So from here, we'll go down. We'll just duck here. Just duck in here behind this. Oh, actually, this area here. Is that 58? Looks like it's a farm. So we'll buy it and see what pops up. $75,000 gives us another spot to start. And apparently the water plane is such that you can create depressions and it will fill with water. So there's a nice little lake area there. What have we got? Shed and an animal trigger that's looking a lot like cows. Or is it pigs? It might be pigs. It is pigs. 300 pigs. The standard barn. And plenty of storage here. This would be a really good little starter farm. Only 75,000 to get into, and you can get your pigs up and running really quickly, and great access. And this field is huge. So field 4 would be one of the biggest fields on the map at 22 hectares. So wide open to, if you wanted to start out here, it's 1.3 million. So on Farm Manager, you could buy these 2 pieces of land and you get all of the starting equipment that comes with the map anyway. You could divide this field into a number of smaller ones and really get cracking if that's a way you wanted to go about it. So that'd be a pretty good option. Where will we head next? So pretty much just fields across the top of the map. Let's just go up to this road over here, because I'm just curious. Well, it looks like the map just finishes over there. Welcome along, whoever's just popped in. Great to have you here. Hope you're enjoying the end of year break in whatever part of the world you're in. Yep, so this is a nice little lane that just heads up the rise, and we'll stop somewhere right about there. So a little bit of an abrupt end, but you're not going to accidentally drive off the map. There's a big sugar beet field to our right, 14 odd hectares, which would take some harvesting. So now as we come back down into the village again, so we're over here, we will, that looks like another farm area there. We might go and check that one out. And looking at the silage, I'm going to guess that's going to be silage, the slurry. I'm going to guess that might be cows. just up here on our right. And the traffic rockets down this main road. So I would imagine that is the cow farm there. How do we get into it? There it is. A silo, a couple of silage clamps, cow barn, and some good shed space. Nicely laid out, plenty of room. I would expect this, what's that, 3 clamps here, that following the pattern of the other ones, if you owned it, I would imagine you can sell all the, in fact it looks like you don't even need to own it, because I'm pretty sure I don't own that piece of land. It's a bit odd. Or did I buy that? Where are we? No, I haven't bought this piece of land. This piece of land would be 300 grand. But yet I can sell it. Okay, so you've got the edit capability for some of the pieces, not necessarily all of it. So there are some sheds you can't sell, but there are plenty that you can, if that's your desire. Good silo complex. And how many cows can... Oh, we might have to buy that to find out the capacity of that cow shed. It's stuck up the other end. Yeah, we will. $104. There you go. All set. So we're here, as I said, we looked at the main farm just before. There's some more houses and things here. We'll go down to this other, oh, there's a seed and fertilizer factory over there. That looks like a mill of some description. The grain mill. Grain mill. I own the grain mill by the looks. Unexpectedly, I own the grain. Oh, okay. So you start out owning all the production. Well, I bought the land that the biogas is on. I didn't look to see if I owned the biogas before I started, but we own the grain mill, the pellet factory, the sawmill, and the fertilizer plant all off the bat, which is an interesting and potentially useful approach. So they're all available to use. And so there's the pellet production. You can also sell wood here if you want. And next door, whoops, can we get around there? There's no fence that I can see. Whoops. And this is the chicken at 1500. So that's quite a big chicken pen. which just extends along here. Very much battery type facility. And then across the road here, more sheds, another farm area if you wanted. So plenty of options. A great workshop. And this is your seed and fertilizer factory. So you could, again, plenty of playthrough scenarios starting up in this area. And the terrain's really quite attractive. So very easy with these winding roads to get yourself turned around. I've managed to get myself confused on several occasions so far. Just in the hour or so we've been here, so that's the animals. That's interesting. I haven't bought all of those blocks, I wouldn't have thought. Okay, let's go back to the main map. So we're in here. So let's just go out and look at a Gravis. And yeah, so a lot of the treed areas are on this verge that you've got to spend a lot of money to buy. So you are very much hunting for, if you want to use the sawmill options, you're hunting for trees that are on your own land. Got a fence down there, I can't tell. Okay, let's go this way. And there are lots of oak and willow trees, which will give you timber, but they're just a bit annoying to, can be just annoying to handle. Now we want to go right here. It's the main, what sort of position is that? Well, main farm on New Farmer. On our left, just in there, with the large cow shed. Good. Is that where I want to go? I think it might be. Welcome along, whoever's just joined us. Glad to have you here. We're just doing a little bit of a tour. We've got one field cleared of sugar beet. These rivers on these roads are a bit annoying to drive on. Plenty of grass out there by the looks. Somebody spent a lot of time landscaping this map. Really very attractive. Am I on the road I wanted to be on? Yes, I am. And some really interesting field shapes to work too. Interesting little spot there. Oops. Watch where I'm going. So we bounce along. Welcome along, whoever's just joined us. Oh, have I missed the turn, or am I? I did. I completely missed the turn. I was just driving along, enjoying the countryside. I'll duck across this field, hopefully. Far fewer fences on this side of the map. until I run into one, of course. Oh, there's sunflowers on this field. There'll be a road over here somewhere. There we go. That's the facility I was looking for. I think it's a sell point. Older style silo complex. Oop, got bumped. And is that an animal dealer's? It is. So we've got the animal dealer out this side as well as a general purpose silo. So everything. The animals are done a little bit differently by the looks. But that's just a general purpose silo complex. So that's the map in a nutshell. Ideally suited to small to medium farming, I think. Tending to the small side just because of how tight some of the fields are, and then figuring out an approach to do the medium-sized fields with small equipment. That might be the go, because as we saw earlier, the big trailers are really difficult to get around with all the collisions on road signs and in town. Coming out here wouldn't be so bad for a delivery, but getting out of our fields and round would be a bit challenging. So if you didn't see that bit, we'll head back there now. Oop. But all the posts, all the street furniture's got collisions, which just makes it a bit tricky. As soon as you're at the road boundary limit. So there we are in the back of our farm. We've bought this property just here. But you can see what I mean. So getting a large trailer out here when you've got collisions on both of these signs is a bit tricky, as is navigating corners like this one down here, where you see I've taken the fence out already so that we can get in and out. Get you parked up here out of the way. Empty the trailer and navigate across to the other field, I guess. Tractor I chose is a bit underpowered for a load full of sugar beet. Come on, you think you can. Or you can back it on there. There we go. How much sugar beet did we end up off that little field? 60,000 litres. Okay. Not too shabby. What was the field size? Field 30 there. So 60,000 litres off just under a hectare. Not too bad. Okay. Let's just take the harvester across. Just because I'm curious to see if we encounter any more difficulties getting this guy to that field. And it's field 41 that we want to go to, so we've got to come out. We can't get out the back there, I don't think, so we're going to go right. Be interesting to see if this will go up the laneway, having teleported it in. Oh, that's a bumpy surface. Oh, come on. We're gonna get out of there. No. Okay then, teleport that it is. We want to go to here. Now, where's the entrance to this field? Just back behind me. What am I stuck on? Haven't got a chainsaw. Car behind me. Oh, cool. Man, these signs. Let's get onto the field. You're not harvesting. It's not my field. Oh, did we buy 25? I'm on the wrong one. Right, let's go to the other fields. Okay, let's see. That is the one I bought, yes. Rightio. This is, access is not too bad, although it is treed around the edge, so bit of work to do. And a bit bigger field. I'm thinking it's just gone 9 o'clock, and it might be as good a place as any, given that it's raining and we have been around and checked out the whole of the map. I will be back streaming on Newlands in a little under 12 hours, 11 hours time. So if you want to catch up with where we're up to on Newlands with Maize Plus, we're coming along quite nicely, and it'll be great to see you there. Hope you're having a great festive season and enjoying yourselves. And until next time, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you later. Thanks. See ya. I just stop.